I'm Erik Shampain from Ullman Sails Newport Beach. I'm the One Design Coordinator. We've just come in from a day of testing new J-70 designs. We're really excited about this project. I think one benefit to our J-70 sails from Ullman Sails is our extensive knowledge and research in other sport boat classes such as J-80s, Melges 24s, now Melges 20s, boats like that. The knowledge that we've taken from those classes and input into the J-70 I think gives us a benefit and a head start in the design process. Dave, you've sailed the Melges 24 for quite a long time and have had very successful Melges 24 campaigns, including World Championship. What have you been able to learn from the Melges 24 that's transferred well into the J-70 class?
Well, the tuning, we're sailing very similar tuning guide. Shroud tensions and rake and all is quite similar, and the sails are very similar in shape. The boats are not that dissimilar. The 24 is a little bigger, sails a little more weight on the rail, and is a little faster, but characteristics of the boat are not very dissimilar. They are actually quite similar, and the whole tuning guide works very well.
Fantastic. Any tricks that you use in the Melges 24 that have been useful in the J-70?
Well, in the marginal planing, downwind, the margin between planing and displacing, the jib in and out has been quite useful. That we find anytime we want to plane and we're in a puff, we pull the jib out and plane, and then as soon as the puff goes away, we roll the jib up and go into displacement mode, and that definitely comes from the 24. So that's been quite helpful, and we've had some very good downwind legs, using the combination of the two modes.
Well, you've had 3 days of Key West sailing in the J-70. 2 of the days have had a fair amount of breeze. Today's results have indicated that you've sped up from the first of the windy days. What did you do different today?
The main thing we did is, well, we went on 4 more turns on the cap shrouds, which is the difference of like 27 to maybe 32 on rig tension. But lowers we caught up, so we were 7 turns on the caps and 5 turns on the lowers, and today we were 11 and 11. And that allowed us to bang and backstay quite hard and not overbend the mast. That seemed quite good. The other thing we did today, we're sailing fairly light, and so we eased the jib a bit and sailed through the front of the jib some to keep the main alive, which is definitely how you sail the 24s. And that seemed quite good too, and we were, we thought, quite quick for being light upwind. Thought we were going quite well. So today was definitely an improvement. And it was windier than yesterday, and it was an improvement on our performance for sure.
Fantastic. The forecast for later this week shows it getting a little bit lighter again, much like the first day, which you performed very well. Will you change anything from your first day setting to try to get even faster, or are you happy with where you're at?
Yeah, we're quite happy the first day, so I think we'll... though tomorrow looks like a little heavier than the first day. It's more like 12 knots tomorrow, so we'll probably be up 2 or 3 turns on the caps from the first day. And then the last day, Friday, looks very much like the first day, and we'll probably be right back to the base settings, right where we were.
The jib leads on the J-70 are set up to be able to be in-hauled. Can you talk to us about when and how much you in-haul?
Yes, when you're not overpowered, you in-haul quite a bit. They're probably, I don't know the degrees, but my guess is they're set up for 13 or 14 degrees, the standard lead, something like that, without measuring it. And so in light to medium air, let's say 4 or 5 knots to 12 knots, you in-haul probably 5 or 6 inches, quite a bit, pulling on the weather sheet, and then slowly go out when you feel the boat stalled, or as soon as the main starts going away, breaking up, then you start easing out, and you go all the way out to the rail. Out to the jib lead, the normal jib lead. And today we were there, and just in the biggest puffs would we ease the sheet a little bit and sail through the front of the jib, but most of the time not. So from that standpoint, it's much more stable than the 24, and the main doesn't break up nearly as much. So it's much easier to sail in the breeze, and my guess is in 25 would be much easier than most of the other boats.
Do you find that you have to set up your jib lead based on the amount of in-haul that you're going to use, or does the clue move sort of horizontally regardless of the
No,
lead?
since the mast is forward of the clue, you have to, if you think you're going to in-haul a lot, you have to go back a hole on the jib leads from what you normally think, because it does pull the clue down and forward some by in-hauling a lot. So you do have to adjust where your lead is, given that you're going to in-haul. Because it does pull forward, not just straight across.
So Dave, the talk on the dock is you're one of the fastest boats downwind, especially in the breeze that they saw today. Can you talk to us a little bit about how you're sailing the boat downwind that might be different than others?
A couple things that we're doing, which are again carryovers from the 24. As soon as we go around the weather mark, we let the traveler go all the way to leeward, ease the outhaul quite extremely, make the bottom of the main very full, ease the bang so the leech of the main looks the same profile as the leech of the spinnaker, so they're matching, and then trim the main sheet so you tighten. The boom doesn't particularly go in and out, but you tighten the leech of the main or ease the leech of the main in the puffs and the lulls. And that's exactly what we do in the 24s, and that seems quite good. And then when you go to displacing, you pull the bang back on, roll the jib, and go deep. Those are the two modes.